Can you please tell us about yourself and just a little background?
Well, I'll tell you about Kirby first. They've been around since 1914. The guy who invented it was James B. Kirby, and he's long gone, but he invented a lot of stuff. He invented a starter gun, he invented some kind of thing for tooth floss, he invented all kinds of stuff, but Kirby's the one that got him famous. And like I said, the average Kirby's 30 plus years. I've been doing this for 33 years, so most of the ones I've sold in that time, they're still going. And the Kirby's just the best. There's nothing even close out there in, as far as quality. A lot of machines people are buying now, every 2 or 3 years, they throw it out, buy a new one, throw it out, buy a new one. I go in homes, they have 4 or 5 vacuums laying around because they keep breaking them. You buy a Kirby, you have it once for a lifetime.
So what comes in the box for the Kirby vacuum?
Okay, so you have the bag.
Awesome.
You have a handle.
Awesome.
This is the motor part. Let me hang the cord up here. And then it'll have the bag. We call this part the boot.
Okay.
That's what goes on here. And then it'll come with 2 bags.
And those little white bags is there any way I could find those like on Amazon?
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them from KirbyWW.com, or there's an 800 number right on the bag that you can call also.
Awesome.
And then inside of here will be the warranty card.
Okay.
And a booklet that goes through everything.
If you can hold that up, I'm just gonna zoom in real quick. And we always encourage people to register their products for the manufacturer's warranty.
Yep.
It's one.
The dealer should fill it out for you when you get one.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's part of our job. There's 3 copies. One goes to the factory, one goes to the Kirby office, and one stays with the customer. So then it has a lifetime rebuild. They don't call it lifetime warranty, it's a lifetime rebuild. So $175 anytime during the rest of your life, they'll rebuild to brand new.
Oh, just for $175.
Yeah, what if you bought a new car and 20 years from now, 2000, they rebuilt to brand new?
Wow, that's a good deal. I mean, that alone just explains how durable the Kirby vacuum is.
I've seen them 50 years old and still going. Recently, I traded in one that was 40 years old and was still going. So the average one's 30 plus years. And but it has a lifetime rebuild, so anytime during the rest of your life they'll rebuild the motor, the transmission, new wheels, new hubcaps, a whole new bag, new cord, scratches on the metal, they buff out to its original shine, bumper guards, new roller. It'll look like it does today. And awesome. You only pay that if you need it. It goes up with the consumer price index, so it'll be a little more down the road, but it's based on how much money is today. So this is the Avalier 2. So when you need replacement bags, these you'll throw away when they're full. And the replacement bag is F style. It'll tell you right here if you forget. And then this bag that comes with it is actually universal style. So it's got these notches for the old ones that you would twist on. The new one will clip over the top. So the way it goes on, there's a little notch right here. This has to go behind that. That'll hold the bottom. And then you press it in here. Let me turn it sideways a little bit. So right here, this will just clip over the top and it holds the top right there. When you take it off, you just clip it loose and then throw it away. Now it's going to be full when it gets to here. This top half is just for airflow. So you'll have the same power when the bag is full as when it's empty. Then you'll just stuff it all in here. And you'll be able to tell when this bag is full. It's going to really puff out here, but it's got a little spring in the handle. So if you hold it about waist level, if you let go of it, if it goes back up, keep filling up. If it falls to the ground, it's time to change the bag. Okay. The off and on is right here. This one's got an N for neutral and a D for drive. The reason it has neutral, when you're done vacuuming, if it's still in drive, it's kind of locked in gear, it won't go anywhere. So you have to put it back in neutral to roll it around. If you're on carpets, is when you use drive. On hard floors, it's going to be always in neutral. You don't want the back wheel spinning on a hard floor. So here's, and then you can adjust it. It has 7 height adjusters. You tap and release to lower it, and raise it here, and that'll get it up off the ground here. So every carpet's a little different height, so you can turn it on, put it in drive, tap it till you hear the motor change, and then you want to go one more. So I'll show you. Change and then one more. Then you're in drive. When you're done, before you turn it off, raise it up. Turn it off and put it back in neutral. Okay, so now the reason I want you to raise it up before you turn it off is by raising it up, it lifts it up, and then the air flows through there. You can clean out the whole tube. It's got a big tube here. If you just turn it off, sometimes a pile of dirt can fall out. That gets up into the bag. It does another thing. It raises it up off this carpet, so it's easy to roll around. If you have it lowered down, it's actually really heavy to still push around. So you want it up in the air when you're done. It makes everything easier. Also, now that it's up in the air, when you go to put the hose on, it's going to be much easier to take off. If it's lowered down, it's almost impossible to get this off to put the hose on. So by raising it up while it's still running, it cleans it out, makes it easier to roll around, and then it's in the spot you need it later. Okay, I'm going to show you how to take the the head off and put the hose on. First, to start with, you want this up in the air. So if you forgot, this will be down. You want it up. If you raise it up while it's still running, then it's already in the right spot. So now I want to take it off. I'm going to lift the hood, just grabbing it by the side. I'll tilt this forward a little bit. There's a little piece that folds out here. Green to green is on. You want to turn it red to red to take it off. So you'll just turn this until the red arrows match up. And what that did is it lifted this belt right here. It's got a big hook that grabs the belt. So let me turn it down. So when you turn this, it lifts the belt for you with the hook. Because of that hook and belt system, that's how you're able to change it into a shampooer or a buffer or a hose vacuum. So to make it into a hose vacuum, we'll put this one on here. I call them hooks. These two little hooks are going to go behind this bar right here. I'll turn this sideways so you can kind of see. So right here, these two hooks have to go behind that bar. So they go down in there. That holds the bottom. When you press it up against this seal, then this will hold the top. You don't have to go all the way down. It just makes it harder to get off, just enough to hold it. And then we'll take this one off. When I put this one back on, the most important thing is I have to see that belt. If you can't see it, it's not ready. And now I'm going to grab it by put my thumb behind here, and it tilts it perfect to where this hook goes around that outside now. And then once you get it on there, there is a little place right here you can kind of line up to. That's the safety switch. So when you put it on there, that'll give you a marker to line up. And then you tip it back, lock it with your other hand, and then green to green to go. Now if you did this part right, then this green light will come on. That green light is an indicator that the belt's good. If you turn the machine on and the green light's not on, something's wrong. So you'll know right away, if there's no green light, something's wrong. And it's the belt. So then you just have to make sure it's on there. And the way you can mess it up is if I should do this piece first. I should fold that out. I have it up in the air, and I'll turn it red to red. But let's say I get in a hurry, and I'll take this piece off. I can still get it off. It's a little harder, but then the belt's gone. And to fix that, you're just gonna have to turn this. It'll grab the belt for you again. You just have to make sure you see it. Every now and then, if you forgot it and you used it a little bit, this belt might slide to the side. So when you turn it, it won't catch it. So you're gonna have to put it back underneath this little piece right here to line it up so you can catch it. And then it'll be up in the air. Tip it, lock it, green to go. The more that you have your hand on the outside, this gives you better torque. If you hold it close, it's harder. So when you hold it out here, use that to turn it all the way around. A lot of people ask me when they see that, does it break? I've had to replace one, and they said the kid was standing on it when it wasn't on there. That's the only one I've ever had to replace. And then there's in the right spot. So if you have the green light, everything's good. Now, normally if this belt is going bad, as you're vacuuming, it's going to turn off and on the whole time you're vacuuming. It's just telling you to change the belt ahead of time. If you keep going, then you'll smell it burning up. So if it's splashing off and on the whole time, it might do it a few times, that's fine. But the whole time you're vacuuming, if it's flashing off and on, time to change the belt. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to take the head off, maybe clean out the roller, change the belt. You'll lift this hood. This folds out. Green to green is on. I want to turn it red to red to take it off. I have it up in the air, so it's going to be easy to come off. This will unlock it. And now the belt's in the air. So I want to let that down so that I can take and pull out the whole roller. It tells you right here, unlock. So you push these little wing nuts that direction on both sides. These over time may get a little corroded and they get very hard to turn. If you'll just put a little all-in-one or WD-40 and just, I turn it about 50 times, it gets looser and looser and looser, and then they'll loosen right back up. Okay, so this will come off. This is called the rug plate. There's two little tabs. When I go to put that back in, they're going to line up. These little tabs right here are going to line up there. And then you just lock it back on. Okay, so let's take it back apart. So if I want to clean off all the hair off the roller, I'd let the belt down already. I can sometimes use it to help pull it out of there. And then here, now that we have it off, you can see there's where the hook is. And as you turn that, that's what grabs the belt for you. It's called a belt lifter. Okay, and then we'll take the old belt off, and then you just slide a new one on. When you put it on, it'll go right here in the middle. This one's brand new, so it doesn't do it yet, but once you run it a little bit, it has a polymer coating that will kind of melt on there so the belt catches a little better. And when let's say I clean off all the hair off of here and I want to put it back in, there's a number 1 right here. There's 2 of them actually. And then you turn it and you'll have 2 number 2s and 2 number 3s. Once that's done, this is not a setting, you'll have to replace the roller. It tends to vary, but you can get maybe 5 to 10 years on each height. My Kirby, when I replaced the roller, was 29 years old, so I got like almost 10 years on each height. Okay, the way to know when it's time to change it from number 1 to number 2 is when you lower the machine down, you'll hear the motor sound change. If it doesn't change when you go all the way down, it's time to turn to level 2. It's 5 to 10 years probably. Okay, and then so let's put this back in. One side, this magnet is what's making the green light turn on. So if that magnet if this roller isn't spinning fast enough, that's why it'll start to flash off and on. So this side with the magnet is bigger than this side. So you can't really get it in backwards. So now I'm looking for 1 on both sides, and then it'll just drop down in there. We'll put the belt center right in the center there. These 2 little tabs are going to go in here. I kind of pull back towards me and it'll line it all up. Just show you, sometimes this will come off a little bit. Just make sure it's all lined up around here before you put it back on. Belt in the center. And then that's right there. Then you just lock it. It tells you which way to push it. And so then before I put it on the Kirby, I have to see this belt. So I'm going to turn this, and that's where you'll see the belt here. Then it's ready to go. That way the belt will be above this drive shaft. So when I put it on, I'll get the feet behind there, tip it back, lock it, and then green to go. Now, one thing I'll say, if if you have your hands underneath here, it lifts it too high and it's going to be hard to get on. There's also a little notch right here where the safety switch goes on that you can kind of help line it up. But you'll get it on there. Often it doesn't feel like it's on there. Now just tip it back into it and lock it with your other hand. If you use the end of this so it's easier to turn green to green, and you should have a green light. So here's your caddy. On the back here, it does have a place for the extensions that will slide in here. The rest of it will go inside of there. It normally comes with an extra belt. It'll be laying there. Very often it's hard to see that belt. You might have to dump the whole thing out. I've had a lot of people say that they don't have it and they dump it out. It's in there. So look for that in there. That's the same belt that will be on the Kirby head and the Shampooer. It has it's called a knurled belt. It has a little tread inside of here. And so the old Kirby belts did not have the knurling, and this one spins twice as fast, so you want the knurled belt. Okay, so on the end of this hose, it spins. So when you attach these pieces to it, kind of grab the bottom so it stops it from spinning. When you twist it on, it's got little micro grooves that'll catch it, and that way it doesn't fall off. And then when you go to take it off, you're going to have to do the same thing, stop it from spinning so you can release it. This one would be like for stairs and furniture, maybe the cars. It's got a, this crevice tool is really nice in cars and trucks along the seats and dash. It'll flex a little bit and get around stuff. Sliding glass doors or windows, you can scrape it out and vacuum. You can take this out. If you do, when you put it back in, you're going to have to stretch it open. These gold pieces are what catches it. And then this one, you can also put this elbow on here. You have your extensions here. And that way you're able to get underneath like the washer and dryer, refrigerator, something like that. These two extensions also have the grooves there. These bevels are patented with Kirby. Have those on all those extensions. Now when you go to do like the grabbing the cobwebs or something, this one's great for getting all the way up there. This one is excellent for like ceiling fans, so you can get right up on top of the ceiling fan. If you have a deep cabinet, maybe you want to get on top of it, you can put the elbow in the middle, and that way you can get farther back in too. So it gives you nice angles that way. So this elbow you can put wherever you need it. When I'm done with these tools, if it has a brush on it, I normally clean it off before I put it back in the caddy. And then this one would be excellent for hard floors. It's got a broom with suction, soft rubber wheels so it won't scratch. If you have bigger pieces, say a piece of cereal or something, you might have to set it on. It's got a big open area for that. And then, so you'll have these two extensions, give them that twist. And then if you'll put this elbow opposite of this elbow, it'll give you a nice swivel around chair legs and different things in the kitchen. Okay, so this is the most suction. If you want less suction for doing like a lampshade or blind, something more delicate, you vent it open. That's the most, that's the least. This one also, sometimes over time you'll get some greases and oils from the kitchen floor. This is real flexible. You can just bend it out of there, take it out, you can wash it all, put it back together. And then these will go down in the notches in the front, and then we'll just kind of press it into place here so you can clean that up too. To make it into the portable, you're going to press on the seat belt, tells you push right there, and go straight up. If you tip this part at all, you can't get it out. You have to go straight up. And I've noticed the lower I hold it down here, the easier it is to go straight up. This will replace it. You'll hear it click. This part that's sticking out, that's what's going to catch right here. So I'll make sure I see the whole clip. It just slides right in here. To release it, push in there. I have to find that same little seat belt again. It's really hidden that time. That'll click. We'll see the whole clip. It'll go in here. And then this will weave in here, and then come around from the front. Okay, so you can have the portable on with the hose, or you can put the head on here. So this one will come off, and then if this would be for like the car, the stairs. Maybe I really want to deep clean the stairs. It's stronger this way because you're back closer to the motor. And then green to green. If you want to do a mattress, this is the only way to do the mattress. You want it all the way down. The hose is not strong enough. And then they want you leaving a fitted cotton sheet on the mattress. Some of the mattresses are soft and silky. You might rough it up. So the sheet protects the mattress. I've tried it with or without it. I can't see any difference. But then you can do a mattress like this. And you'd have it all the way down. You want it in neutral so the wheels aren't spinning. And you can vacuum right through the sheet. Okay, so here's the handle lock. Press it to this side, the post comes out right here. And that's when you push down it, it'll do the little wheelie. Have in the middle, it won't do that. If you press it to the other side, the post will come out here. That makes it more rigid when you go to carry it. And then you just have to remember to slide it back over so you can vacuum again. It's nice for area rugs. You can have it on this side, and when you can push it down to get up to the area rug. Or the stairs.
So we've talked a lot about using the Kirby vacuum in the car, in the house, on the stairs. I also heard that you could actually use it as a blower. How does that work?
Well, you would eliminate the bag and put the hose on where the bag normally goes. So that clip right here, then there's a place here, I'll turn it so you can see, there's kind of a place to hold on to, and you're twisting it away from the Kirby. When I put this back on, there's a little notch here I'm going to line up and then twist it back on. Everything that you put on this side, you're going to line up that notch. So when I put the hose on here, to make it into a blower, the same arrow right here, that notch, it has to go all the way on or it won't start. It'll kind of click a little. And then we don't want this one on there because it may have dirt in it still. So this one, you're basically just putting on so the front won't start unless the safety switch is covered. So that's covering the safety switch. And now you have a blower. You can inflate like air mattresses, kids' toys. If you're gonna do like a little beach ball or a swimming pool, you can use this adapter to fit in there. And then on a big size air mattress, this will fit in there. My daughter puts the front back on the hose back on the front and sucks all the air out so it'll fit in the box, so that's smart. You can make it into a blower and then a sprayer. Anything's water-based, nothing flammable here. You have sparks, you'll have a blowtorch, that's bad. So it tells you you can mix up the shampoo in here so you can have a little portable shampooer. It shows you right on here. When you do the shampooing, you want to make it into a foamer. So here's the blower, here's the sprayer, and with the cap on there, and now it's a foamer. And that's how you could shampoo the stairs. You mix your water and shampoo on here, and then it's got a trigger right here. And you'll spray the foam onto the stairs, and then just scrub it into it, let it dry, and the next day you vacuum it out. So the only piece I didn't show you, this is the pet groomer. When I first started 33 years ago in Kirby, it showed in the book as a scalp massager. I don't think many people use that, but our little English Bulldog loves it when we vacuum him. So that's a good way to vacuum the dog. There's soft little nubbies on there. I will use this one sometimes when I'm shampooing a bad spot. I'll kind of help to scrub in the shampoo a little bit too. So then we'll take this, unbox the shampooer here. It's got this is a really soft brush. It's a microfiber brush for mopping and shining the hard floors. Here's the shampooer tank. On here, this is your measuring cup and your cap to cover it. It's 2 ounces up to this line right here. Cover it. There's a little sponge underneath here. When you're done using it, you'll rinse this out. And then here's the cleaners. It comes with the carpet shampoo, hard floor cleaner. There's 2 options there. You have the ready to use, what you use the sprayer in, and then the concentrate will go in the tank. And then here's the Shampooer head. It's got the same exact belt system here, and that's how I'm able to change it into here. This is the tray, that's where your dirty water is going to go. This one will cover the tray. And then the last piece is this little elbow, and that's what's going to connect these two. So let me put it together and I'll show you. So you can take, we'll take this front off, it's up in the air. Green to green, red to red. And then the exact same hooks here. So I'm grabbing it by this piece, getting the hooks over, tip it, lock it, green to green. Then this tray will just lay on the front. This is where the dirty water is going to go. On the old Kirby's, you would have to take the whole front off every time you wanted to dump the tray. Now they've made it where you can lift it up and just dump it in the toilet. Okay. This bag will come off. So you have these notches right here you're going to line up. That'll line up there, and then you'll twist it on. And then this will connect the front to the back. You want to go up that second little nub there. It's brand new, it's a little hard getting on there. And I'll tip it over so you can see. And then this piece will go around here. Press it all the way up. And then when you go to shampoo, it doesn't matter what kind of carpet it is, it's going to be all the way down because you really want it scrubbing. And then you have three settings here. You have off, hard floor, and carpet. So you'll just turn that to carpet if you're doing the carpet. And then cover the room with the foam. When you want to pick it back up, you'll turn this back to off. It'll block the flow of the foam, and then the second time you're just picking it up. And then, let's see, if you want to make it into the hard floors for mopping and shining the hard floor, the only difference is you'll take this other brush out. So right now the belt's stretched, so I'm going to let it down. This will come out. You're going to just share the belt. That'll go in the middle. Now this one kind of has a little piece of metal that holds it up for you. On this one I'm going to want to press it up as I turn it to make sure I catch it. And then now set up the same, just a different brush. This is for the hard floors. And you're going to use that the same way. It'll be all the way down. And when you're doing hard floors, you're always going to have it in neutral. When you're shampooing the carpets, you can have this in drive and it makes it easy for you, but on hard floors, always neutral, because you don't want these wheels spinning on the hard floor. So then when you do the hard floor, it'll be all the way down. Here you'll have two options. The concentrate is what you'll mix in the tank. It mixes the same as the shampoo, 1 cap full of shampoo for a pint of water. And I will say the concentrate, 1 pint will usually do a good sized room, so you probably don't need to fill up all 3 like the shampoo. And then I prefer the ready to use one. In my house, I'll leave this on off the whole time. I'll have nothing in the tank, and then I'll put this on the mist setting, and I'll mist down like a 5-foot section. I'll mop it up, and then I'll just work through the room like that because it doesn't leave it as wet. This one will, when you have it in here, it's going to make it a little wetter. So the Kirby shampoo, you don't want to use any other type of shampoo, just the Kirby shampoo. When it dries, it turns into a powder and it becomes re-vacuumable. With a steam cleaner like Bissell or Hoover type, it's going to leave the rug sticky because they're designed to be rinsed out. So only use the Kirby shampoo. When it comes to the hard floor cleaner, you can use whatever you like. You can use mop, glow, vinegar, and water, but the carpet's only the Kirby shampoo. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at KirbyWW.com. You can call your local dealer. If you'll find it in the On Google. No. Okay, so we already have hot water in here. We're just going to do a pint. So then I'll just need 1 cap full of shampoo. And that's up to this line here. It's 2 ounces. And just put that in the hot water. So now we have the water and the shampoo in there. You have 3 settings here. You have off, hard floor, and carpet. So you'll turn that to carpet. When you shampoo, it doesn't matter what carpet it is, it's all the way down. So we'll lower that all the way to the last level. And then you can put it in drive so it's easy. Here's your off and on. Cover the whole room like that. When you're ready to pick it back up, turn this back to off. That'll block it so nothing else is coming out, it's just picking up. And then you go back over any area you covered, then you got to go back over on off. And it's just scrubbing it, taking the extra moisture. The dirty water is going in this tray. So as this tank empties, this tray will fill. So now to pick it up, at this point you'll let it completely dry, and then I usually the next day I'll come back and vacuum it. When it dries, it turns into like a powder. I went through the factory, they tried to explain it's got emulsifiers that surround the grease molecules and trap it, and so next day you want to vacuum it out. With a regular steam cleaner like Hoover or Bissell kind of shampoo, you don't want to use this through it because it's going to leave it sticky because they're designed to be rinsed out. This dries into the powder and you vacuum it up.
So, Mr. David, with all your experience working with the Kirby vacuum, what are some of their common service calls that you get?
Valve, probably the biggest one is the belt. So whenever you turn the machine on, if you'll just look there and make sure you see the green light. If the green light's on, that's all good. If something's the green light's not on, then you just go through and make sure you see the belt before you put it on, and then turn it on. You should be good. The next thing is after somebody shampoos, if they don't get the bag all the way on, there's a safety switch down in here, and so if it doesn't go all the way over, the machine won't start. To make it start, if you'll just press it towards the machine, it'll give a little bit and then it'll start. But that's probably after somebody shampoos, like they call, Dave, I broke my Kirby, it won't start. I'm like, push on your bag, it'll be alright. So those are the biggest things. And then changing the belt. Just make sure you see the number 1, number 2, number 3. You don't want to put 1 on 1 and 1 on 3 or wear your brush crooked. It's easy to find the supplies now on Amazon. You can order them through Kirby, www.kirby.com. You can call your local dealer. You'll find several if you look up Google. But even if you're in the middle of the country in North Dakota, 100 miles away, you can get bags and shampoo and stuff now easily. So. I think that's every now and then you're going to have to take that front off there and clean off the hair off the roller. And then every now and then those little wing nuts on the back of the Kirby head, if you'll put a little WD-40 or all-in-one oil and turn them a bunch, they'll loosen up because they do get corroded on there and be hard to turn after a while. But just keep in mind your Kirby, the average one's 30 plus years. It's got a lifetime rebuild. Once you buy it, 50 years from now, they'll rebuild it brand new. So,
awesome.
Like lifetime equipment.
That's a good deal.